two numbers are written on a piece of paper. 1/5 of the first number is 12 more than 1/2 of the second number. The sum of the two numbers is 221. And we're asked, what's the first number? What's the second number? Now, if you've got access to the textbook, you might have looked at the textbook answer, and that could have left you scratching your head even more than you were before you looked, because questions like this, it's when you look at somebody else's answer without explanation, it can look really complicated and it's quite hard to figure out what's going on. But let's give this a go, and I think you'll find it's much easier than you think. So what's going on? We've got two numbers, right? First number and second number. And what I notice here is that a portion of the first number is being compared to a portion of the second number. All right. I'm not going to worry about the fact that one is 1/5 of a number and one's 1/2 of a number. That doesn't matter when I start drawing. It's just that a portion of the first number is 12 more, we're told, than a portion of the second number. Now, that is something that we can draw. So we're going to do, it's a comparison, isn't it? So we're going to do first number and second number. And we're told that the portion of the first number is 12 more than the portion of the second number. So I'm going to start by drawing the second number because that's the smaller bit and that's the thing that's being compared to. So I would always start by drawing something to represent that portion of the second number. I'll label it in a moment. And what we're told is that the portion of the first number is 12 more than this. So the first number is going to have this first, I'm going to draw what's the same. And I do that because I can see that then this part is equal to this part. All right, these at the moment I've drawn them that they are equal. But the first number has 12 more. So I'm going to add a little extension here. There we go. And that represents 12. Okay. I don't know how, whether that's to scale or not, it doesn't matter. All right. So hopefully you can see how I have got here and how this makes sense. And you've drawn lots of things like this already. So let's label this then. So we'll start with the second number, and we know that this represents 1/2 of the second number. So here, okay, actually maybe I'll do it here. This is 1/2 of the second number, okay? And what's this then? Well, these two together, all right, this part and this 12 together are 1/5 of the first number. Okay, so far so good. I think I'm hoping that you are following me so far. So where does that leave us then? Well, let's do this bit first because this seems quite easy to do. If this is 1/2 of the second number, well, another part like this, okay, then must represent, so this must represent the whole of the second number, okay? Okay, so this is the whole of the second number. So far, so good. And then I'm also noting, again, now, where are the equal parts? This part and this are all equal, aren't they? Let's go back to the first number then. So we're told that this, and let's use another color just to emphasize. So this is the 1/5 of the first number, and it's been split into two, one of which is an equal part to these, and then this little section of 12. So if this is a fifth, well, then I can draw 4 more of these. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This must represent the whole of the first number, but I need to split it. So let me use my black. So these are equal parts, remember? So this is an equal part and 12. There's an equal part and 12. There's an equal part and 12. There's an equal part and 12. Okay. Right. I think that is the numbers are completed. So this is the second number and this is the first number. Okay. What now do I know? Well, we're told that the sum of the two numbers is 221. So I could put that here. The sum of the two numbers is 221. So we can then have a look. What is this 221 made up of? What's making this 221? Now, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's think of where these equal parts are. And what I'm going to do is just shade them in. So remember, this is one of these are this part is equal to this part, which is equal to this part, and this is equal to this, and this, and this, and this. This is just to make the equal parts really obvious. So what is inside my model that all adds up to 221? Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equal parts. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times 12. Okay. That's what, so all of this all together makes 221. Well, 5 times 12, what's that? That's easy. That 5 times 12 is 60. Okay, so these bits here all together have a value of 60. And when we've had models like this, remember it's what we want to do is find out the value of the equal parts by themselves. Because if we can find that out, we can work out the value of each of the parts. So if we take the value of all these 12s away from 221, we're going to be left with the value of the parts. So 221, if we minus 60, which was the 5 times 12, if we take 60 from 221, we are going to be left with 161. So the 7 equal parts together equal 161. So if we divide 161, if we divide that by 7, we're going to get the value of each part. And 161 divided by 7 is 23. Okay, so each part or unit, or however you want to call it. Okay, and which I can put in if I want to. So we can put in 23. I don't have to do this, but it just shows we've got all of the information. We must have all of the information now to answer our questions. And it just depends how we want to do this. So let's look at the second number first, because that's nice and easy. We've got that right here. The second number, okay, we can see that it's 23 times 2. We've got 2 of these blocks of 23. That is 46. And that is the answer to this one here. I know we've answered B first, but that's fine. So that's 46. Okay, well, let's look at the first number. And what is the first number? Well, the first number has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 23. Okay, let's do that up here. So we've got 5 times 23. Okay, what's 5 times 23? Well, 10 times 23 is 230, so it must be 115. 115. All right, and we've got to, all right, plus we've got the 5 times 12, which we've already worked out to be 60. Okay, we did that. Where did we do that? Over here. All right, and if we add 115, so 115 plus 60 is going to give us 175. And that is going to be, that's that answer there. Now, you could have done this a number of ways. You also could have decided to calculate 1/5 of the first number, which would have been 23 plus 12, which is 35. Okay, and then you could have done 35 times 5, which is also going to get you to this same answer. It doesn't matter. You just do what sort of jumps at you from the model that you've drawn. But hopefully you can see that if you draw it carefully, it's really easy to follow and it's really easy to see what's happening. Now, I think in the textbook, they did something slightly different. All they did is they just, instead of attaching this half to this half, they, for some reason, decided to put a gap, possibly to match it up with that. But I think this was very easy to follow. This would be my how I would have gone about it. Okay, and you obviously have to draw it in a way that makes sense to you.